Well, hello again, friends. This is Nikki from Musings by Nikki, back again with a new journal today. I don't have a name for this one, but it is kind of a springy, lacy, super kind of feminine and girly journal with lots of flowers and birds and lots of distressing and vintage and that kind of stuff. So we'll just get right into it. This is 6 by 9 and it is cloth covered and it has a curved spine and it has little kind of it's banded on the spine. There we go. And this cool cloth from England. That's all distressed, and then there's this is some vintage lace on the front and then some crocheted lace on top of that. So we are going to take a look at this thing. It has tons of, like I said, laces. Some of them are vintage, some of them are new, more modern stuff. There's some little beads on here, and we'll see those as we go. So let's take a look. This thing is full seam binding ribbon on the side. You can see when I untie it, this thing pops open. It is a full book. It has a ton of stuff stuck in here. There are 144 pages. Not including there's a bunch of book pages that are in here as well, and little half pages and tags and stuff, and those aren't included in that total even. So it's a good sized book. So we're gonna open it up. I'm gonna make sure I'm still in frame. There we go. So when we open it up, we have some of this really pretty vintage lace right here in the front, and that's in a pocket that has a few different things in it. So it has, this is a postcard, a reproduction of Edith Holden, one of her paintings. And then this is an old library checkout card. And then there are going to be several of these throughout the book, but they're from this really cute little book called A Guide to Garden Flowers from 1945, and it just has these really cute little pictures of different flowers, and then it tells a little bit about them. So those are kind of stuck in all throughout this book. And then on the front page we have a couple of different little pockety things. This one opens up like that, and the little strings go back around wind around the button, and then this one just unbuttons and it opens up, and then you can close it back up. Kind of cute. There we go. And then throughout there are some Edith Holden book pages, and then there are also some Fanny Robinson Book of Memory Country Flowers pages as well. So there are those stuck in here kind of throughout the book. Here's some really pretty lace on the side of this page. Cute little bird. This is Fanny Robinson, and some grungy tea-dyed pages, and just some sewing around this one with a little bird on there. And then here we have some pockets in the back, and these are tuck spots on the side. So here's another reproduction postcard of Edith Holden's work, and then a piece of stationery that you can write on and tuck back in. And then in the smaller tuck spot here, I have just a real grungy tag with some sewn on lines that you can write on, and then a doily, and that's on the back of a card catalog card. And then over here we have a couple of flaps that open up and you can journal inside those, and then there are also pockets on the end that have tags in them both, and you can pull those out and stick them back in. And some pretty lace there. And then this little half pocket has a little charm on it, which has my little signature owl. There's got to be owls in every book because owls. So here's a pretty little blue charm. And then some ephemera stuff in here. There's just this old paper that you can open up and folder that you can write in there. And then some little journaling cards, and this is a little tea thing, and it has little tiny journaling cards inside of it. So you can write your thoughts and tuck them away. This is some Fanny Robinson page. Here's some little tags sewn in along the side of this page. And some little birds, those are from the Graphics Fairy. Here's some more of those little flower information cards. They have pretty little drawings on them from the 40s. Edith Holden. Here is, this page has this cute pocket with little banners on it. And then it has one of those quilts that I now just adore making with the leftovers of all my books. Over here we have, this is cut out from the cover, fussy cut from the cover of the Edith Holden, no, Fanny Robinson book, I believe. And it flips up so you can journal on the inside or the back side, and cute little button and some collaging there. Here, this is some Edith Holden and some really pretty birds, blue birds paper. Some vellum, some printed vellum. Then we've got another pocket here with some stuff. We've got a little journaling card and some tags, and then this tag has some sewing and some collaging on the front of it. And some lace on the side with this pretty little charm that has these little beads on it. They're really pretty. Anyway, hooked on here with a clothing pin. And then here we have a couple of things. These top pockets have these little fold-out journaling cards in them. So same on both sides. And then smaller pockets with some little flowers collaged on there. And another card catalog little pocket here with a grungy tag in there. And then over here I have a fussy cut pocket with some pieces, there's some also in here some book pages from the Phelan's Residence Buyer's book. So this is from 1930, and it's like ready to wear and millinery dry goods and stuff. So you could buy laces and things, but in there this is also a pocket, so there's a tag in there as well. Then some collaging and some ripped and torn papers. Little tab, it says Explore Life. And then some laces and some collaging here and a little newspaper fold out that you can journal in and then stick back in there. And then over here we have another kind of torn tuck spot, and inside there is a little journaling folder with a pocket and a kind of an old grungy tag with some sari silk on there. So this guy just goes inside this tuck spot, and then there's this little tab up here you could write little journal notes on there. Then there's some little half pages, ledger, some little flower ephemera that's sewn on with some little button collaging and torn papers down there. Oh. And here I did some more of that distress ink with doilies and a little bit of washi and some collage down here. Here's some more torn paper, doily collaging with a little pocket and some vintage trim, and then a little heart card in the pocket, little library pocket right there. And I love this page. So this page, this layout here has a ton of stuff in it, but it's all Tim Holtz and some ephemera from sewing and stuff. There's a couple of little buttons, or I mean, excuse me, these are not buttons. These are safety pins on this lace. And then in here is another sewn quilt card tucked in this first pocket with some trim on there. And then tucked in this bigger pocket is a collage of buttons and lace. And it's a journaling card that you can, of course, journal on. And some lace sewn along there. And then over here we have a little pocket with some little sewing ephemera in it. Button cards and stuff. And then up along the edge here is some cute measuring tape ephemera, some more pages from that buyer's guide where you could buy laces and novelties and linings, and then some dressmaking guide ephemera. And then up here, a journal card that just has some little bit of twine on it wrapped around a little spool, and that tucks back in as well. Cute, cute, cute. And then we have a little tree charm right here. I like to include a little tree in every journal. More of that distress ink, doily stenciling. Big, pretty, flouncy lace on that one. More little half tag cards, some more crocheted lace. Here we have just some more collaging with some music paper and graph paper, and a pocket with a card that says grateful. You can write in there, and then another one of those little garden cards with flower info. And then over here on this page, there's actually a couple of layers. So little page, little flap that folds out, and you can journal in here, and some music washi and sewing. And then there's some ripped collaging on that page there. And a little half page with this little flower and bee and a little ribbon tab and some sewing around the edges of it. And then this really pretty lace on this one. This is some pink ledger, or not ledger, lined paper, legal paper. And this cute polka dot stuff. Love that one. Some more crocheted lace. This shiny, kind of shiny paper. You can see it, it's raised and it's got glitter and sparkle on it. It's pretty. And when you open this one up, there are, on each side, there are a couple of small pockets with little tags inside. And then there's some flowers collaged on there with the lace, and then tucked inside of them are some Edith Holtz papers. And you can actually journal all along the open spaces on these here as well. So it's kind of a cool different way to, excuse me, to journal. And this one's got a really pretty painting that she did, and then just some information on her August entry. And then this one, of course, has a little journaling card tag here as well, with some lace and some cool trim, all sewn on there. And then that back side of that cool shimmery paper. And then this big, thick crocheted stuff, lace trim here. And then a little bead, a pretty little bead on there with a clothing pin. Some Edith Holtz paper, Fanny Robinson book pages. This is a little pocket, just so it's just attached, sewn around and attached in here. And it has one of those little flower book pages, and then a little tag stuck in there as well. A little journal half card, some crochet trim. We have a little bit more lace and sewing and collaging, and then this little tiny piece of ephemera stuck in this little tiny pocket. And then there's a big journaling tag here with a bunch of sewing around on the bottom there. And then over here we have some of my paper some paper trim that I sewed on, and a couple of tags stuck in this little pocket. And then inside of this bigger pocket, there is a page of paper that you can actually journal on there as well. Then over here, we have another big pocket with some black crocheted trim on the bottom. And you can pull this out, and it's actually got papers for journaling inside of. And then that just tucks back in here. And this was actually from, I ordered something on Etsy from Plano Granny, and her name is Barbara, I believe. And this was a little thank you card she sent me, and I thought it would look cute in this journal. So there we go, some birds. Some printed paper, some more of that tearing and collaging. This is kind of almost flocked. It's like raised printing there. It's kind of cool. These really pretty bird prints that were designed by Tim Coffey. Then we have a big layout again. So inside these little pockets, there's all kinds of goodies. So there's little tags. Then here there are some of those little pages folded in half with the cute little flowers on them. And then in here, there's a little half manila folder that you can tag, you can journal on. And then these even have little, you can pull these little guys out and you can journal on the inside of those. So all kinds of places to hide your thoughts. Oh, come on now. There we go. Sorry about that. And then same pockets over here. So tags, some of that book, and then another little tag right here, and a cute little heart on top, all kinds of little pockets. And then this pretty, if you can see that it's kind of copper printed on there, that fern, it's really pretty. And here's a clothing pin up here with a little charm. Let's see if you can see it. It's like a little angel on there on this Tim Holtz pin. Cool pin. And then this is again kind of glittery and shiny. Cool chandelier looking thing. And then this is just attached. This is some tracing paper with some collaging and sewn on collaging, and then a big tag that you can journal on here. You can journal back here. You can journal on the back side of the whole thing. You can take it out, attach it somewhere else, use it as a bookmark. It's up to you. And then we've got another pocket with some of that cool paper and some lace sewn on, and again some folded Fanny Robinson papers that you can journal around on, and then tuck back in or attach pictures to. More crocheted lace, and this is the last page back here, and there are a couple of tags in this pocket. It just says dream, and then you can journal on those. And some little flowers, and then more of that pretty vintage lace back here, and of course another quilt because I'm addicted in this last pocket, and my tag. So that's it. That's this one, guys. This beautiful blue lacy kind of feminine vintagey looking journal. It'll go on my Etsy page, and I am working on another one that's kind of similar, but kind of pink right now because it's cold and it's winter, and it's nice to work on fun, flowery, happy, springy feeling things. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye guys. God bless.